Hi, this is Catherine again. So I am doing another TV review. This time I'm doing House of Cards. This is the British version, not the American version, which was still on. The British version was done back in 1990 and stars Ian Richardson as Francis Urquhart. Ian Richardson, he is a Scottish actor, and he died back in 2007 at the age of 72. There's also his wife, who's played by Diane Fletcher, and Maddie Storen, who's played by Susan Harker, and Roger O'Neill, who's played by Miles Anderson. So I've seen both both versions, both the American and the British. I'm going to talk more about the British one, obviously. I think the British version is better. Americans are always trying to do British TV, but they never quite get it. And I believe House of Cards is just another example of that. The thing I like about Francis Urquhart is that he is devious, he's a villain, he's a psychopath, he's all these things. But he also has another side to him, a very tender side. So he's a very conflicted individual, which makes him far more interesting than the American version, Frank Underwood, who's just an asshole, and an asshole. There's two sides to him. So he starts out being an MP, chief whip to be precise, and he is promised a cabinet minister, a seat in the cabinet, but that promise falls through, and he is pissed. But here's what he does. He plays it cool. He plays it smart. He doesn't rant and rave publicly. He keeps his anger private, and he goes on a campaign to frame the Prime Minister, Henry Collingridge, for for abusing his office as Prime Minister. But in reality, it's actually just Urquhart just framing him and doing all kinds of stuff. That is where Roger O'Neill comes into play. Roger O'Neill is an unwitting pawn. He is the same as Peter Rousseau. They're basically the same character. And so Roger O'Neill, he winds up killing Roger O'Neill in the end. He mixes his cocaine. He mixes rat poison into Roger O'Neill's cocaine. So because it goes by because drug dealers are not known for their quality control. So that's how it applies. And then there's Maddie Storen. She figures it out what he's actually done. She figures it out, and he kills her by throwing her off the Parliament building, the roof of the Parliament building, and he gets away with that by saying she committed suicide. That she was an obsessed stalker or something. He gets away with it. And so, yes, it is definitely worth watching. It's on Netflix, and unlike the American version, it's also a lot slower moving. The storyline is a lot easier to follow because it's a lot simpler. But it is very good. Ian Richardson plays the character superbly. And like I said, he's more complicated than the American version, Frank Underwood, which makes him more interesting. So, yeah, so my review is that it's worth watching. Thank you.